The market capitalization of the coin is used to summarize all that is taught in this video. I would also like to remind you to give my channel a like and subscribe to it so that you can stay up to date on future XRP news, as well as other cryptocurrency news in general. Take a look at this now, shall we? SEC contests the ruling of the judge about the winning of the XRP lawsuit. To add insult to injury, they are now prepared to file an appeal before we proceed. There is a brand new cryptocurrency airdrop that is now taking place, and it is about to begin at any moment now. Participate in this conversation on Telegram, and please take your time doing so. Within the video's description is where you will find the link. In the meantime, let's proceed with our video. In order to contest the summary ruling that Judge Analisa Torres gave on XRP regarding the Ripple case, the United States Securities and Exchange Commissions are currently making preparations to do so. An attorney by the name of John Deaton, who represents 75,000 holders of XRP, together with other legal specialists, is currently doing an analysis to determine the likelihood of this eventual appeal and the potential consequences that it may have. With regard to the decision to appeal, what are the reasons that the SEC made? The plan of the Securities and Exchange Commission to file an appeal has been gaining momentum as of late. During an interview with Fox Business, a former counsel for the agency stated that the Securities and Exchange Commission is anticipated to file a challenge against the decision that Judge Torres made in July of 2023. As an individual who provides free aid to individuals who are in possession of XRP debt, I would like to emphasize the criticism that the judiciary has levied against the dedication of the SEC to the law through my actions. What do the opinions of those who work in the legal field say? In his argument, Devon places a strong emphasis on the singularity of the facts that were at play in the decision. He contends that it is extremely unlikely that the appeals court will find a problem with the manner in which Judge Torres applied the law. According to him, even if a mistake is discovered, the matter would be referred back before Judge Torres, where the Securities and Exchange Commission may potentially suffer another loss due to the absence of sufficient proof of a joint venture. This is because the case would no longer be considered a joint venture. An exhaustive investigation into the facts led to the conclusion that Judge Torres reached in his decision. There is no chance that the judgment will be overturned by an appeals court because it is based on the application of the third criterion application. The position of the SEC is undermined as a result of its persistent failure to provide testimony from experts who are relevant to the issue at hand. Should the case be re-examined, the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) faces the potential of receiving yet another unfavorable ruling at the district level. As a result of the potential repercussions, Fred Rispoli, who is in agreement with Denton, believes that it may be challenging for the Securities and Exchange Commission to reverse Torres' finding. Specifically, he calls attention to the fact that the outcome is highly contingent on the decisions that are made by the judges who were selected at random to evaluate the case. Ripple would be able to challenge the categorization of all secondary sales as investment contracts if the court were to rule in their favor. This would make it possible for Ripple to fight against the classification. During the past 24 hours, there has been a simultaneous increase in the amount of activity on the market for XRP trading. The coin is now trading at $602 and has the potential to reach a high of $0.61. Alongside this expansion, there has been a 21% increase in trade volume, which is significant because it indicates that investor participation is growing. According to market projections, it is anticipated that the digital currency XRP would reach a theoretical target price of $2. When it comes to the future of the XRP market and the regulatory posture that the SEC will adopt, the judicial processes are of the utmost importance. These developments are being keenly studied by investors and experts for the possible influence that they may have on the value of cryptocurrencies, as well as the regulatory frameworks that govern them. Within the context of the Ripple dispute, the United States Securities and Exchange Commission has the ability to lodge an appeal against the verdict that Judge Analisa Torres recently rendered. Following the verdict, it was determined that the XRP coin does not qualify as a security when it is offered for sale to retail investors. In a post that she put on X, which was then known as Twitter, Eleanor Terra-Tourette, a reporter for Fox Business, reported that a former SEC lawyer stated that everyone at the agency believes. She stated that this statement was made by the SEC lawyer. The conclusion made by Judge Torres was incorrect, and it was anticipated that the regulatory body will file an appeal against the decision that they made. On Friday, rumors continued to circulate around the cryptocurrency market regarding the potential of the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) appealing the findings brought about by the SEC v. Ripple case. A former attorney for the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) made statements in which he projected that the SEC will file an appeal against the decision regarding programmatic sales of XRP. Pro-crypto lawyers responded to these claims by providing their own explanations. It has been determined by Judge Analisa Torres that programmatic sales of XRP do not in any way satisfy the requirements of the third prong of the Howey test. This ruling was made in July of 2023. For the purpose of trading the markets, professionals make use of IC markets. As a result of trading derivatives, your capital is put in a position where it is highly susceptible to risk. Therefore, you should only spend money that you are able to afford to lose when you are trading. In spite of the fact that it is likely that trading derivatives is not suitable for all investors, you must make certain that you have a comprehensive grasp of the risks that are involved and seek independent counsel if it is necessary. Ted, you should give some thought to the possibility of acquiring a product disclosure statement if you are interested in conducting business with us. You can acquire such a statement by asking it from our offices or by using our website. Raw spread accounts are the organizations that supply a spread. An attorney by the name of Fred Rispoli made a comment about the potential of an appeal being submitted to the Securities and Exchange Commission. At the present, I am torn between being in favor of being able to view a notice of appeal from the SEC and being against to it. On the other hand, the stakes are exceedingly high for the Securities and Exchange Commission. According to the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC), programmatic sales qualify as a distinguishing SDNI loss because they are a one-time loss that only pertains to Ripple secondary sales. Because the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) has made the decision to let it go, there will be no appeal of this decision. Underline the relevance of the ruling regarding the transaction of XRP through Ripple. Noting that it would be a fantastic affirmed, the court stated that it would be a present that would be extremely beneficial to all of the litigants. Fred Rispoli boosted the chances of an appeal being filed with the SEC from 50% to more than 50% when Ripple filed a stay on the penalty of $125 million. Immediately following the conclusion of the 60-day appeal process, Ripple made a request that the stay be maintained for an additional 30 days. Rispoli also raised attention to the potential that the SEC may change the judgment, noting things like the actuality of the SEC's odds of winning an appeal. He also suggested that the SEC may overturn the order. On the other hand, the outcome of the case is mostly determined by the 3 justices who would be selected at random to make the decision. If the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) were to obtain 3 judges who are biased against the SEC, which is exceedingly rare but not impossible, then it would be conceivable for the SEC to prevail. Should the appeal filed by the SEC have an impact on the sentiment of the market on the price movements of XRP? When the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) decides to appeal the findings of the Ripple case, the direction of price trends will be determined. If the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) intends to appeal the judgment regarding programmatic sales of XRP, the price of XRP may drop to approximately 40 cents. Similar to the reaction of the market to the ruling regarding the programmatic sales of XRP, the price of XRP may seek to reach $1 if the SEC does not submit an appeal. This would be comparable to the reaction of the market to the judgment. Ripple has enhanced the amount of testing it has done on the new coin by minting and burning it on the Ethereum network and the XRP ledger protocol. This allows Ripple to expand the amount of testing it has done on the new coin. When exactly the stablecoin will be made available to the public is still uncertain. Nevertheless, if we take into account the present trend around XRPL, it would suggest that the firm is ready to launch the stablecoin. With all of the features in place, it is highly possible that the R-list currency will rapidly acquire the advanced abilities that are necessary for success from the moment it is introduced. Despite the fact that Ripple has maintained its faith, if the Securities and Exchange Commission does not file an appeal against the ruling, the price of XRP may experience a considerable boost as a result of the increased trust of investors. The appeal, on the other hand, could result in even another price decrease since investors might remove their investment in the asset in the face of extended uncertainty. This could be the case if the appeal is permitted to proceed. It should be noted that the material that has been supplied is not intended to serve as business advice. In the event that any investments are made on the basis of the information that is provided on this page, there is no responsibility for those investments. Prior to making any choice on investments, we strongly recommend performing independent research and talking with a professional who is educated in the field.